Hey everyone, welcome back to Hinterland. Happy Monday. So yeah, this might be kind of a shorter episode. My apologies. Just bad planning on my part, and also I apologize if you're picking up any fan noise. It's warm here, and I've got the AC on. So my apologies up front. Hopefully you're not picking up too much of that noise. So here is an outlook, an overview of where we're at so far with Hinterland. So, as you know, we are complete owners. All of these fields here. I also added in the southwest. I don't know if you saw these two fields last time, but I did add both of these. Actually, this one may not have even existed the last time we got together. But that is pretty much our fields. I don't know if I'm going to be doing anything up here. We need to do a lot of grass work. I'm going through silage like there's no tomorrow. That last silage bale sausage that we made is almost gone. So yeah, cows are eating like crazy. In fact, I just filled up our TMR mixer, and yeah, it's going through fast. So we're gonna have to do some grass work. We're probably gonna do the same setup we had last time. I thought that worked out pretty well. I might peek around a little bit, but I think that setup worked pretty well for us. You can see that we need to do some fertilizing here on some fields down south. We've got something, what do we have up here? I think wheat growing up there, if I'm not mistaken. None of these are planted, though, and we're just kind of waiting out the seasons at the moment. But I think what we're going to try and do is probably going to do some more cotton. I'm probably going to have to look at our production chains and just see what we're low on. And probably just go with that. Planting as far as planting goes, but I do want to do some grass fields though, somewhere maybe here closer to the farm, like maybe do this or something instead of way down here. It's kind of handy to have the grass fields a little closer, I think. From there, let's scooch over here. I don't think I've shown you this yet. I showed you this mod on the last episode, but I didn't have any placed yet. So I went ahead and I placed a couple more chicken facilities down. I quite like these. These are nice. They hold 800 chickens each. I do not have 800 in them. I think they both are just around that number, that 184. So they have a little bit of time to do what chickens do and make baby chickens. But I do like these. They're very basic. I think they're just food and not water. I'm not sure offhand who the mod author was, but I thought, you know what, these are nice. Is this... I don't know, is that the in-game... I don't think that's the in-game chicken coop, is it? I forget what the in-game chicken coop looks like, now that I think about it. I guess it is pretty much the in-game chicken coop. Okay, just changed a bit for amount they can hold. And it looks like colors. But, yeah, pretty much the in-game chicken coop. And something else I always forget to check is when I put these down, I always forget to check if you can change colors. And look, you can. I didn't even check that when I put them down. I always forget to do that to see if these are color selectable. Anyways, I'm okay with the color, though, and stuff. And I like the location. I think it works out well. In fact, if I just give you a quick overview, you can kind of see where we're at. There's our latest sheep pen. And here's our latest chicken coops. I put some trees down. Trees always make it look a little... like it fits a little bit nicer. Put this little drive in there. And we've got a little room left over here. I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I was actually thinking horses. Someone told me, I don't know if, who it was, but said that horses actually have gone up a little bit in profit. And I kind of wanted to check that out. And horses are easy to take care of. A little bit of oats. Maybe brush them and feed them once in a while. And you got happy horses, right? In fact, there's a mod out there that takes care of that for you too if you really want. Nothing new in the production side. We are still just dealing with our regular production chains that we had before. Ooh. See if I can do that a little bit better. I took, oh, there is something else I need to show you. I think I emptied, or darn close to, emptying all of our milk that we had in our storage facility. Let's see if we have any left in here. Yeah, we still got about 30,000 liters. I took a lot of milk out of there, and we had quite a bit in the cow facilities and put it in our milk distributor. That thing seems to do a really nice job. I really like that milk distributor. Then I also added this, which is the slurry slash manure dryer. I guess it is. Yep, slurry slash, sorry, digestate, not manure. Dryer. And it makes solid fertilizer out of slurry. We had 500,000 liters of slurry. I'm like, wow, we got slurry in a hurry. Slurry in a hurry. I'm a poet and didn't even know it. And this is producing solid fertilizer for us. I've got it set to selling right now because we really don't need any solid fertilizer. I think we're going to make more money selling it. But then we can change this to distribute if we want to, which I think might not be a bad idea. Once our open air garden solid fertilizer starts getting on the low side, this facility here can provide solid fertilizer to our open air gardens, which I really think is kind of nice because it's not cheap. That costs a lot of money to provide solid fertilizer there. I don't know if we need solid fertilizer anywhere else. Maybe our fish. I don't know if our fish needed it or not, but nope, mineral feed. Okay. Yeah. So I added that so we could at least do something with all the slurry these yahoos are making, because they are making it for sure. Let's see if we can add any. Not much. And then I also edited this mod because it only held like 10,000 liters, which it wasn't going to work. So I think I bumped it up to 100,000, and it goes through this stuff fast. So I'd be filling it every 10 minutes otherwise. So that is I guess more or less an update on Hinterland. We are ready for the spring. All of the fields down south that we created, I've limed all of them. They all needed lime, so lime has been taken care of for all of them. I think the only other thing we can do right now is, if I can find where I always park it, we can hop in our Amazon sprayer. Probably wouldn't hurt to get this thing filled up with some liquid fertilizer. And we can work on getting those fields fertilized. Otherwise, we are going to be... There we go. I need a bridge right there from the island and then over. Wouldn't that be nice? We might be able to make one, huh? Or just put some pontoons on the Amazon. But we need a bridge right through here. Actually, we wouldn't want to go to the island, just right across here. We can't do that, can we? I shouldn't. Whoops, decoration. That's what I'm looking for. Oh, and I didn't work on our... Well, it's still December, so it's still Christmas. I need to work on our downtown island area. Ooh, that's not going to work. I think Omatana put bridge stuff in here, I think. She must have, right? Because I did bridge work down by the redneck restaurant. Here we go. I think this is bridge stuff. Why isn't it showing up? Okay. So we could... Oh, we could... I think we could definitely... Oh, we could definitely do some bridge work right across. Have it come right through here, I think. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's something we're going to be... Okay. That's something we're going to have to do. I got to get a... Do I need permits anymore for construction? If we own all of Hinterland, do I still need to get building permits? I wouldn't think so, right? I'd just be buying permits for my own... to approve my own bill... to approve my own building, I guess. I don't know. Uh-oh. Summer renters. Sorry, summer renters. Forgot you were here. I won't do that again. Gotta respect them. Have to respect their privacy. I should probably do that too. Safety third. I need to put down a couple more rental things too. And Ornata released a windmill. She released a windmill, and I wanted to show you this too. So it's under production generators, and here's the windmill right here, which is pretty cool because this door opens here. Where's the door? There's the door, and you can go inside. And actually, she did a really nice job with it. But she also gave us this, which is another holiday hut, which is different than the ones we're using. However, it only brings in $4,800 a month versus $8,400 for the bigger one. But still, we could put down a few of these little guys. They're only 20 grand, and how much is this one? 50? So yeah. We might be putting... These look more like ones that you'd find like in the woods, right? Like kind of a hunting shack kind of a thing. And I kind of want to put down a couple of these somewhere. So we'll see. 20 grand. I'm not used to seeing you don't have enough money. I'm finding that very uncomfortable, if I'm being honest with you. We'll have enough money after... once we get into January, all of our passive income, plus we could always just go sell clothing. Just turn around and sell some clothes to the general store, and we're in the money again. All right, so am I in the right? Yeah, we are. We definitely are. How do we want to do this? Do we want to... I thought I smoothed this field out a little bit, but I guess it's still a little rough, isn't it? This area here, I didn't do anything with because I think we're going to maybe expand our animals over there, maybe through here, or some summer rental activity. I didn't want to... Plus, it's not that big of an area, so I figured we could do without. And that area back there straight ahead of us, I was messing around a little bit with, solar panels, setups, and things, and I think that actually might work out really well. Do some solar panel stuff. All right, let's just do this. I just had a brain, or there we go. Okay, we got her. We got her. That's some bumpy action. Let me lower that a little bit. Oh, that is rough terrain. I'm going to have to smooth that out even more. It's bumpy enough to where those tips out here are going to just grind into the ground. Yeah, we're going to have to do some smoothing. Some definite smoothing action, I think. But yeah, straight back through there was a. It looks like it's going to be a really good. Right back in there for solar panels or windmills. I'm not entirely sure which one yet, or a combination. But like I said, we could probably do like 10 or 20 of those radio towers and be good to go. So I'll be curious to see about weeds, my little experiment, to see how the weeds react. Definitely curious about that. And hopefully I'll remember which. Well, I guess I can go back. I guess I can check the video. Oh, sorry, Voltra. Sorry. My bad. Let me lift you up here. Let me stop you. Nah. Can I? I don't think I can get it high enough to clear. Yeah, sorry, Voltra. Sorry. That's just poor driving. Poor parking too, right there. But that's just poor driving. Speaking of driving, I was talking to my dad today. Happy Father's Day, by the way, for everybody. I forgot to mention that. Well, actually, I suppose I forgot to mention it on the Let's Play for Farmer's Dynasty, but I recorded that pretty early. But anyways, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And I was talking to my dad, of course, gave him a call. And he was telling me that a friend of his son, who lives in Arizona, took a driverless taxi cab the other day. I honestly didn't know. Like, you have to be under a rock, right, to know that driverless cars and things are being worked on and whatnot. I didn't know that we had. Man, that thing is going to town. I didn't know that we had driverless taxis. Like, honestly, driverless taxis that would actually pick you up and take you places now. I thought we were still in the testing. Brad. Waste not, want not. I'm just letting this thing spray away. I guess it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I didn't know that they were like legit taking people. He got on the app. I don't know what app it was. Got on the app. The taxi came, picked him up. There was nobody in the car. Not even a person monitoring the driving. It was just empty. He got in it, and it took off and took him to where he requested to go. Would you do that? Would you get in a car with no driver like that and actually do it? I mean, I think I would. It would be a little nerve-wracking. But I'll be honest with you. I think the older I get, the less I just care about driving. I've driven long enough. If I haven't experienced everything I need to experience, driving is definitely one of those things that I've had enough experience with. I'm okay to never have to drive again. I honestly am. And I would be more than okay with having either a chauffeur take me everywhere or whatever it might be. If I never had to drive again, I'd be okay. I just don't. I don't know. It's an expensive thing. You've got insurance. If you have to pay a car payment, you got car payments, gas. Then there's the upkeep, and I'm just okay without it. But I honestly didn't know we had driverless taxis in existence, working, picking up people. That'd be weird. That would be so. To me, that's just weird. I'm going to have to find out if it's a specific app that you have to use. Like if you have to actually go out of your way to say, I want a driverless cab. Or if it was just a regular kind of an Uber thing and it just happened to be a driverless thing. Or what? I really don't know. I'll tell you And I know that this is tinfoil hat time, okay? But eventually it's going to get to that, right? Where it's pretty much just all driverless stuff, I would think. Eventually. But talk about not being able to go anywhere without somebody knowing where you're going. Now, you could argue if you have a cell phone, if you have a cell phone, it's the same thing. People know where you're going. Somebody can find out where you're going. At least with cell phones, you feel like you've got some control, like you can turn off GPS, right? Supposedly. But when it becomes the driverless business, good luck with that. It's you're not, man, that thing is digging into the ground. You're not going anywhere without Big Brother knowing where you're going. And it's kind of funny because I wonder if there'll be like services that will be created that'll be their big thing, use our service. We're discreet. We don't keep records of where we're driving you to. That's probably gonna be a thing. Like with VPN services, right? You've got all these VPN services out there, and some of them clearly make a bigger deal out of privacy. In fact, there was a story recently about a VPN service, I think in Sweden, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was Sweden. And they were raided by the police for information. I think it was on a specific individual or for specific individuals. However, they walked away with absolutely no information because this VPN service did exactly what they said they did, and that was kept no records, period. So anybody that used that VPN service was indeed completely anonymous, and so was their internet traffic. And that's why it's important to have a VPN service, kids. It's not important to have a VPN service so you can watch Netflix in a different country. Well, maybe it is, but that's not for me. In fact, I always thought VPNs, Netflix and Hulu and all of these streaming services could detect a VPN and wouldn't let you stream through a VPN, but maybe that's changed. But anyways, I'm not too worried about, I don't really care if somebody's that interested in where I'm going. If I take a driverless car, because it's not going to be to a lot of places, I can tell you that right now. It's going to be to Walgreens to get my Metamucil. It's going to be it's going to be to some store to get my daily fiber. And that we don't need to discuss any further. It's either going to be for my fiber stuff or it's going to be for, I don't know, groceries, or I don't go anywhere anyways. So I don't really care. If somebody wants to know where I'm traveling, have at it. But there will always be people that, even that is too much. And I get it. You want privacy, But I say goodbye to privacy with driverless cars picking you up and taking you everywhere. That's a pretty easy thing to track. Use your PayPal, use a credit card, Apple Cash. Doesn't really matter what you use. Maybe Bitcoin, but I'll tell you, I will be shocked if Bitcoin, as much as the federal government absolutely hates Bitcoin, I should have checked to see if this field needed. Oh yeah, kind of. Yeah, it does. Okay. I'll be surprised if Bitcoin is anything in a few years. The federal government hates Bitcoin. They detest Bitcoin. So I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna I don't know what the future of Bitcoin is. I've heard it's already kind of lost its popularity. I don't know. I don't really pay that much attention to it, but yeah. My dad, when I talked to him today too, he brought up artificial intelligence, and he asked me if I feared losing my job, and I'm like, well, not really, just because I'm the one that probably will have to fix the computers that run it. But not only that, I was one of the few people that actually had to continue to go to work during COVID. I don't know. I never really worry about things like that, about losing my job to something, like a computer. I think for some people, I definitely can get that. Like, truck drivers have had it rough. That's a job that I really feel for them, because they've had it rough for many years now. I mean, you've got fuel prices were causing them all kinds of problems. COVID didn't help them out at all. And now you've got all these people saying that driverless trucks are definitely the next big thing. So I don't know what the future for truck driving is. I'm amazed we still have trains that aren't automated. I would think trains would be one of the easiest things to automate out of anything. I'm actually really surprised we still have conductors and train engineers. It's like, you would think that would be the absolute easiest thing to automate. They're on tracks. They're not, you don't have to worry about them turning left or right. And you could even have some person in a control room with a camera stuck on the front of them and the back of them, and I mean, you could at least have that even. I'm not encouraging getting rid of people who operate trains, but that amazes me that that's like one area that hasn't happened, or that I never hear about happening. I don't know if it just freaks people out because the safety factor, but I'll tell you, if you look back, and I love watching shows about train incidences, but if you look back in history, train accidents, like by a long shot, are human factor related. They're because somebody fell asleep or missed a signal or something, but a good majority of them, a far majority of them, are human factor. So take the human factor out and you're probably a lot safer. Hate to say it, but it's probably true. Hey, chickens. Where's my chickens? Chickens way over there. Oh. So yeah, I would think trains for sure. I don't know. I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And anyways, and the fact is, a train, how often do you see trains being able to stop in time for some idiot that tries to beat one? Never. You never see videos where it's like, yeah, this train stopped just in time to not wipe out this truck that got stuck over the tracks. No, 99% of the time the train hits the truck that got stuck on the tracks. And I'm not saying it's the person's fault. It's that trains weigh hundreds of thousands of pounds and they can't stop on a dime. And so a human being behind a train isn't going to ensure that any better than having probably radar is probably going to be a much better bet. I must be missing something with that, right? I mean, honestly, I must be missing. There must be some, because I sometimes miss the common sense behind things. I'm not going to lie to you. Sometimes I miss the common sense. Not a lot. I'm not like completely stupid, but at the same time, sometimes there's like, yeah, but Brad, there's this, and you know what I'm saying? But with trains, come on. You got a track. Go forward or backwards. Stop and go. Now, maybe you still have people loading them, like at the train yards and stuff. Maybe you still need people there. But even that should be automated and probably can be. I mean, they're talking about airliners, commercial airliners without pilots before they're talking about having a train going down the tracks with nobody driving. That's what am I missing here? Does the train maybe the railroad has really good lobbyists? Maybe that's what I'm missing. Maybe they have like these amazing lobbyists in Washington, and they're able to head off this nonsense whenever it comes up. You know, Congress, some dude in Congress or some lady in Congress says, "Hey, by the way, should we think about, you know, doing the obvious and having driverless trains?" And there's like 20 railroad dudes sitting in the back all the time that stand up and just kind of give her the old Manson lamps. And she knows that if she cares about, you know, the welfare of her the welfare of her and her family, that she better keep her mouth shut. I don't know. This has all been fictional. I am not basing this on any direct knowledge, nor am I making any accusations or assumptions about the railroad industry. This has only been a comedy bit, one that maybe I am the only one that found funny, and that's my disclaimer. But seriously though, if you know why trains aren't automated yet, let me know, because I don't get it. I would rather be on a train without somebody driving it than a plane without a pilot. I can definitely guarantee that. I mean, by a long sight. So I think we are knocking this out. I think this is about the only thing we really need to worry about on these fields. And having them ready for spring was fertilizer at this point. Taking care of the lime. They're pretty much all good to go. See if I can lock this thing in. It's going to go crazy. Oh yeah, I didn't like that at all. Got to go a little bit slower here. There you go. You got it. Let's finish this puppy off. Getting close to being done with December here. May have to go pay Heinrich Jr. a visit. Pick up some coffee. I don't know if this Amazon sprayer will even fit through the coffee drive-thru. Beautiful. All right, we're going to call that good, at least on this part. I think we've got, yeah, this field over here. Might even be able to get away with a second application maybe next month. Whoa. That's a dirty windscreen. Well, I think that is going to do it for this episode of Hinterland, y'all. I think we are cooking through, and as long as I can keep up with the animals and whatnot, we should be good until spring. We're going to have a busy spring ahead of us with all the planting we're going to have to do. By far, this will be the busiest spring we've had. Probably should do some grass work before then, just to get our silage up to snuff. But anyways, you all take care of yourselves. Thanks for watching. Again, I really do appreciate it. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. And I'll see you back here on Hinterland tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Tuesday. All right, you all take care of yourselves. Bye for now.